Hi guys, you know how I have this video series, fact-checking, where I have a little bit of fun and I poke fun at people who make really stupid comments? Well, I have to do this one in a more serious tone because it's dealing with Jordan Peterson, and it's a topic that I don't want to make fun of because it's about science. So I think it's kind of important as a scientist to science right. And I'm a little bit concerned with what I'm hearing coming out of Jordan B. Peterson's mouth in terms of what he's presenting as scientific results. So, shall we get on with it? All right. I was on Twitter when I saw this video.
You know why you have color vision? It's because your ancestors were fruit eaters. And so it says in Genesis that what gave human beings vision was the snake in the fruit. Well, guess what? That happens to be the case. And then with regards to the pseudoscientific stance, let's say, of religious belief, let's look at the Taoist symbol for reality. Okay? Black paisley, white paisley. The black paisley has a white dot in it, and the white paisley has a black dot in it. What does that stand for? It stands for chaos and order. And the reason it stands for chaos and order is because that's actually what being is made out of. Now,
oh, what nonsense. What utter nonsense. But let's finish, then I'll break it down.
Now, you might think that the world is made out of the objects that you see in front of you. But I can tell you one thing, the colors you see aren't part of the world. Your perceptions, which are evolved, in some sense blind you to realities that transcend your perception.
No, just no to everything. Let's break it down line by line, or almost line by line, shall we?
You know why you have color vision? It's because your ancestors were fruit eaters.
No, you don't have color vision because your ancestors were fruit eaters. Your ancestors could detect colors because of their ancestors and the species that they came from before that, all the way going back to when the first ability to detect color was evolved, you know, and it gave an advantage, and there was a mutation, there was perception of different colors, and that gave an advantage, and that reproduced. We do not have color vision because we eat fruit and it gives us color vision. This is just getting the logic of causality wrong. Because our ancestors, and before that, the ancestors that the primates came out of and everything else, when color vision evolved, it allowed us to detect and distinguish between fruit and vegetable and prey and predator. So no, Jordan, you're not sciencing right. The ability to see color preceded human beings eating fruit. I don't even know how you can dispute this. This is just time-wise, in terms of evolution and causality, this is just true. What I said and what he said is garbage. And yet, he's out there pretending like he knows what he's talking about.
And so it says in Genesis that what gave human beings vision was the snake in the fruit. Well, guess what? That happens to be the case.
No. No. Snakes did not give us vision. Fruit did not give us vision. No, the Bible story is just Bronze Age crap. It's just a story that people made up at the time. It has nothing to say about our evolutionary past. It has nothing to say about why we can see color. And just, no, he's wrong. And I don't know if he's ignorant and being wrong out of ignorance, or he's being deliberately deceptive. But any way you cut it, these statements are not factually correct.
And then with regards to the pseudoscientific stance, let's say, of religious belief, let's look at the Taoist symbol for reality. Okay?
All right, so what he's done here is he said, okay, there's pseudoscientific religious belief. And then he's going to try to say that these religious symbols that he's interpreting in a particular way is saying something about the statement of reality. So I guess what he's saying is that he's mocking the idea that these are pseudoscience, and he thinks that there's actually science in there. But he also thinks that we received our ability to see color vision from eating fruit. So clearly we can't trust what he has to say on these kinds of things.
Black paisley, white paisley. The black paisley has a white dot in it, and the white paisley has a black dot in it. What does that stand for? It stands for chaos and order. And the reason it stands for chaos and order is because that's actually what being is made out of.
All right. All right. Okay. What does he mean by chaos? What does he mean by order? How are order and chaos connected causally to being? How do chaos and order come into alignment to create a being who can be, verb, a noun that can verb, a being that can be? And what is the scientific process of that? What is the causal process of this? To make a claim about what it means to be, what being is, that's an ontological claim. That's a statement about what it means even to exist. And for him to go from claiming that order and chaos are the constituent elements of being, it literally is nonsense. It says nothing. It sounds profound, but it's vacuous and empty when you look at it in terms of actually saying anything meaningful about the world. So if being, it comes from order and chaos, how do we use that medically? Right? That if it's true, we should be able to have medical interventions that balance out someone's chaos or order, right? If chaos is entropy that leads to death, all we have to do is organize chaos into order and then we can prevent death, right? This is why it's pseudoscience nonsense. And when Jordan Peterson tries to big it up like this, he might sound really clever to people who haven't studied it, but to those of us who've actually thought deeply about it and read about it and listened to other people who've thought deeply and read on this, he's talking garbage.
Your perceptions, which are evolved, in some sense blind you to realities that transcend your perception.
Kant dealt with this much better about the noumenal world and the phenomenal world, and Jordan B. Peterson's not doing a very good job of explaining it. Guys, Jordan B. Peterson has a lot of questionable views, and just because he has professor in front of his name doesn't mean you should listen to him. He doesn't know political philosophy. He's pretty questionable on physics. He makes claims he can't substantiate about evolutionary theory. And actually, P.Z. Myers, if you want to go check out his video, recently refuted Jordan B. Peterson trying to claim he's an evolutionary biologist. This guy talks crap a lot, and you should have your bullshit monitor on when you listen to him and question his statements. Certainly, this sort of nonsense needs to be questioned and called out. So I had to make a video on this, but I couldn't play. I needed to take this seriously because it looks like Jordan Peterson can't science right. That's a problem. That's a pretty big problem. Now, it's not a problem if you're a Freudian psychologist and you don't actually have to adhere to the methods of scientific rigor. Then you can just do your Freud thing, and that's fine. But to present science so inaccurately and misleadingly, that's what I'm concerned about, and that's why I felt like I needed to step in and make this video. So here it is, and that's going to be it from me. So, thanks you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to me break down Jordan Peterson's nonsense again. And I really am starting to question if Jordan Peterson knows how to science right, because here he doesn't. So, until next time, guys, I've been Christy. You've been awesome. Thanks so much for your time and attention, and we'll see each other again really soon. Bye-bye.